Sponsored by our friends at Bestseller Publishing. My next guest is an entrepreneur who has founded, scaled, and successfully exited 3 technology companies within a 10-year period. In 2012, he was actually named Canada's top angel investor, having invested in more than 50 startups. And now he's the author of a new book, Buyback Your Time, and he's here to tell us all about it. Dan Martell. Hi, Dan. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So you got to tell me, you are a very successful man. What is Buyback Your Time all about?
Yeah, the core concept is called the buyback principle, and it states this: we don't hire people to grow our business, we hire people to buy back our time. And it works down to like 3 ideas. Number 1, we got to figure out what is the value of an hour of our time. And once we understand that, we need to then hire the right people in the right order, what I call sequencing equals success. And then once we know that, then the third thing is what do we do with our newfound time so that not only do we grow our business, but that we also build a life that we don't grow to hate.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if this correlates, but when I started getting like big girl jobs, that's what I like to say, I would think, oh, this shirt is like $10. That's like half of my hour at work or anything like that. I don't know if that correlates.
100%.
But yeah, you got to tell me, what inspired you to write this book?
Yeah, I mean, I hit rock bottom in 2008. I was in a relationship and she left. I was engaged, and essentially I was more engaged in my work than I was in our relationship. And shortly after, I sold my company and moved to Silicon Valley, to the Bay Area. And it was there that I met these incredible entrepreneurs and mentors that showed me a completely different way of growing and scaling not only my company, but my life. And it was through investing in CEOs, as you mentioned, that I started mentoring them and realizing that they just had a backwards approach to managing their calendar and what was important. I mean, they were doing laundry instead of showing up for like product management meetings. It's like,
wow.
how about we do wash and fold and you come into the boardroom, right?
Yeah.
And it was just through that process of realizing if I don't help people understand how time works, especially as somebody's trying to produce more, that they'll always be stuck and they'll never be able to execute on some of the growth strategy that I was teaching.
All right, so tell me, who is our target audience? Because I hear you, and like I said, you're such a successful guy. Sometimes people at home can get intimidated. So is this book like for the businessman on the go? Can anyone apply this to their lives? Like I was saying, when I started, just entering this adulthood life, I was thinking about kind of things like this. So is this for everyone?
And here's what's cool. It is for everyone, because buying back your time could be as simple as getting a Roomba. It could be as simple as deciding to, take an Uber and get some work done in the back of the Uber instead of, driving yourself. It sounds crazy, but I think that once people understand what their time is worth, their buyback rate, then they'll be able to see opportunities in their life, in their calendar, to get that time back. I want people to live a bigger life that, build a business and a life they don't grow to hate.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you about that buyback rate. Is that just like spending our time, learning where to spend our time to make us more successful or more happier?
Yeah, the buyback rate is a first principle, because you need to understand what your hour is worth. So the buyback rate is I know I'm going to do some math and I'm going to lose some people, so bear with me. But
That's all right, they can run it back.
All right, so the way it works is you take the amount of income you make per year, divided by the average amount of hours a normal person works, which is 2,000 hours in a year.
Okay.
That'll give you essentially your income per hour. Now, I want people to get a 4 times ROI on anything that they buy back, so you divide that number by 4. I know I lost some people. Here's how it works.
Yeah.
If you make simple numbers, 100,000 a year, divide it by 2,000, that gives you $50 an hour. But you divide that by 4 because of the 4 times return on investment.
Yes.
That's $12.50. Now, it doesn't sound like a lot, but there are opportunities throughout our life through virtual assistants, through paying somebody or a few friends to do stuff for you, to actually. So anytime you're doing anything in your business or in your life that you could have paid somebody else the amount or less of your buyback rate, you're working against yourself.
Ooh, okay. That's some math I don't mind doing after the show.
Yeah, because every year you make it better.
Yeah.
You say, I want to increase my buyback rate.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Dan, thank you so much for being here. Thank you to our sponsors over at Bestseller Publishing. There's the book right there. Guys, run out and buy it today. It's math that you won't mind doing, like I said.